Hello friends, welcome to our next episode on current affairs. This session will be helpful for all the UPSC examinations aspirants and also for other state PSC aspirants. So today let us start our topic on 22nd of July 2020. So let us see what is the topic of today's discussion. The topic is Consumer Protection Act of 2019. So let us see the context to which we are going to discuss this topic as in the current affairs. So the context is that the Consumer Protection Act of 2019 has come into effect from July 20, replacing the earlier Consumer Protection Act of 1986. So it is very important for us to understand and analyze to which part of the syllabus does this topic belong to. So upon analysis, we'll find that this topic comes under the part government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. So can you please guess to which GS paper does this topic belong to? Yes, you are right. The topic belongs to GS paper 2. So it becomes very important for us to analyze like this way to which topic or to which part of the syllabus a topic belongs to, so that we'll be able to inculcate that current affairs knowledge in our mains answer writing examination and thus increase our scores in the mains examination. So let us continue further. Let us see some of the highlights of the legislation. So it is important to understand that this legislation gives a definition of a consumer, that is a person who buys any good or avails a service for a consideration. And also it does not include a person who obtains goods for resale or a good or a service for commercial use. And it covers transaction through all modes, that includes both offline and online. So it is very important for us to understand that which all person or which all people is not included in as a consumer. That is a person who obtains goods for resale, that is a middleman, or someone who uses this service or a good for a commercial use. That means the retailers who are taking their items from the wholesalers. So they are not considered as a consumer. And also it is important to analyze that it covers both offline and online marketing, which includes e-commerce, telemarketing, direct selling, and as such. So almost all the consumer related activities are being included in this act, which is one of the highlights of this legislation. So it also gives 6 consumer rights that are defined in the act. So let us see which all are they. The right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, right to be heard, right to seek redressal, right to consumer education. So these are the 6 rights which we firmly believe it as the consumer rights. Not only that, the system of penalty is also being stringent in this act. A penalty up to rupees 10 lakh and an imprisonment up to 2 years are being placed for false advertisements, and also 50 lakh rupees and an imprisonment of up to 5 years are placed for a subsequent offence henceforth. Now let us see another important highlight, that is the Central Consumer Protection Authority. So it is to protect, promote and enforce the rights of the consumer, and it regulates matters related to violation of consumer rights, unfair trade practices and also misleading advertisements. It will also have an investigation wing. That is very important for us to note down as far as it is considered with the prelims and also with the mains. And this investigation wing will be headed by a Director General who will be executing and controlling the maintenance and operations of all these investigations going on under this authority. So in short, let us have an analysis on the newer version of the Consumer Protection Act as compared to the 1986 version of the same act. As far as the regulator is concerned, in the new act we have Central Consumer Protection Authority that is to be formed, but in the earlier version of the act there was no separate regulator. As far as the consumer court provisions are concerned, in the new act the complaint can be filed in a consumer court where the complainant resides or works, while in the earlier act we should file a complaint in the consumer court where the seller's office is located. So it was a very much a problem of discomfort for the consumers to register the case, but now the situations have changed tremendously, so it will help us to people to get their right jurisdiction to them. So not only that, regarding the product liability, consumer can seek compensation for harm caused by a product or a service. But in the earlier act, there was no such provisions. Consumer could approach a civil court but not to a consumer court for any harm caused by the product or the service. Regarding the pecuniary jurisdiction, earlier the district courts are dealing with the cases of up to rupees 20 lakh, but right now the district courts can take up the cases up to rupees 1 crore, and the state courts are dealing with the cases between 20 lakhs to 1 crore in the earlier act. Right now it is increased to 1 crore to 10 crores. And the national courts, earlier it was dealing with the cases or disputes above 1 crore. Right now it is dealing with the cases above 10 cr. And regarding the e-commerce, in the previous act there was no provision for any consumers to register the complaints or the disputes in the e-commerce, but right now all rules of direct selling are being extended to e-commerce, and the consumers have complete right for getting redressal and getting their justice. Regarding the mediation cells, the court can refer settlements through mediations in the present act, while in the earlier act there was no such legal provisions. So this is very important because it will help us to eradicate the piling up of cases in the consumer courts, and thus most of the people will be able to settle their disputes in these mediation cells and thus get their disputes solved, and they will get their justice there itself. So I hope everyone have liked this video, and the video was very informative. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also see other videos, and also please share to the maximum audience, so that will be very much helpful for getting into another topics of discussion and coming with more helpful initiatives too. Anyway, thank you very much, and thank you.